Coworkers are not your friends. Work friendships are situational, and generally the main commonality that you're going to have with your coworkers is the fact that you work at the same company, which means when one of you leaves, you lose your main commonality. Of course, there are going to be exceptions, but for the most part, your coworker friends are your coworker friends. And when you're no longer coworkers, you're probably not going to be friends anymore. So what happens with your coworker friend when you both want to go for the same promotion? Are they going to compete with you? Would they throw you under the bus? Because sometimes, unfortunately, they would. And ultimately, at work, there are all of these different power structures as well. So the depth of the friendships that you have, and if you are oversharing with coworkers, that could actually lead to toxicity because you say one wrong thing to the wrong person, and all of a sudden you are the primary focus of the gossip circle at work, which is like not a good situation. It's really important that we focus on developing positive and productive professional relationships, but also acknowledging that not everyone that we work with is our friend.
Learn from my mistakes. Do not trust coworkers at all. I don't care how sweet they are, how cool they are, nothing. Don't trust them. Because once a coworker understands that your job is not everything, that work isn't your whole identity, suddenly you become a target and they're your enemy. And I don't know why, but they hate that. Especially ones that can't imagine that you're more than what you do, that you have a full life, you're multifaceted. Every single time I had a job where people figured out that this isn't my everything, this is my whole life, I started getting reported, whether it was in healthcare or otherwise. Don't tell coworkers anything to do with your job. Don't trust them either. Some coworkers like invite each other to weddings. They go to I don't know how that happens. Don't trust them. Not at all.
Quick service announcement. Your coworkers are not your friends. They're not your friends. Are you listening? They're not your friends, okay? This goes for anyone who's a new grad, or just starting work in a new environment. Your coworkers are not your friends. Please stop giving them your social media handles. That's the worst thing you could do. Like, even when I was a new grad, I would have the advanced practice nurse adding me on Instagram. Like, me and her are cool at work. But no, I would block her. I would restrict her. Like, even some of my coworkers I'm cool with, I still restrict them because, like, you're not my friend. I'll give you a really quick story time, not involving me, but two other people that work in the hospital. So basically, let's say Becky and Anna. So Anna basically told Becky that, hey, I'm starting a new job in 2 weeks. I can't wait. And just telling her, confiding in her that she's found a new job. Becky went to go tell the manager that Anna found a new job and Anna's planning on quitting. So you know what Becky does? Becky confronts her and says, hey, like, I honestly told the manager that you're planning on leaving because I'm not gonna have all this workload on me. When she was telling me this story, I was like, but hold on. Catch the kicker. Becky left 2 weeks later for a new job. Your coworkers are not your friends. Please stop telling them information they don't need to know. Do your work and go.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video, we are talking about your co-workers are not your friends. So these videos are made for education purposes for those who just graduated from college and they want to start working. Okay, so that they shouldn't be making such mistakes. So I also want to add on what other content creators, the videos which are just from watching, like why you shouldn't be friends with your co-workers. Okay, so I just want to make you understand. Okay, it's important to understand that while we spend a lot of time with our co-workers, they are not necessarily our friends. So let's just break it down why that is, how that it is, and how to navigate this relationship professionally. So first of all, let's talk about the dynamics of work relationships in the workplace. Interactions are often driven by professional goals and tasks. We are there to get the job done, meet deadlines, and achieve targets. This professional environment means that the primary focus is on productivity and efficiency, not personal bonding, guys. While you might have pleasant conversations and even share a laugh, the underlying purpose is work related. That should put in your mind. Another thing is boundaries and professionalism. In a work setting, it's crucial to maintain a level of professionalism that may not be true friendship. Sharing too much personal information or becoming too familiar can blur the lines, leading to potential conflict or misunderstanding. Keeping a professional boundary ensures that work interaction remain respectful and appropriate, avoiding any unnecessary complications. Another thing is, let's also consider trust and loyalty. With friends, there is an expectations of a deeper level of trust and loyalty. We share our secrets, our fears, and our dreams with friends. However, with co-workers, this level of trust may not always be present. Workplace competition, office politics, and differing personal interests can all impact how much you can trust a co-worker. It's important to remember that co-workers might prioritize their career advancement, which could sometimes come at the expense of personal loyalty. Another thing is different interests and values. Moving on, we should acknowledge that co-workers and friends often have different interests and values. While friends are typically chosen based on shared interests and values, co-workers are a diverse group brought together by the company. This diverse is great for innovation and different perspective at work, but doesn't necessarily translate into personal compatibility. Just because you work well with someone doesn't mean you connect on personal level outside the office. Another thing that I want to talk about is to consider is the risk of conflict. In any workplace, conflict can arise from differences in opinions, competition for promotions, or just the stress of job. If you blur the lines between coworker and friend, these conflicts can become much more personal and damaging. Keeping a professional distance can help ensure that my any work related dispute remain professional and don't spill over into your personal life. Another thing that I want to talk about is personal time and space. It's important to have a clear separation between work and personal life to maintain a healthy work life balance. If your coworker are also your friends, it can be challenging to switch off from work mode. This lack of separation can lead to burnout and stress as you are consistently surrounded by people from work, even in your personal time. So, guys, all I can say is it's great to have a positive and friendly relationship with your coworkers. It's important to remember that they are not necessarily your friends. Maintaining professional boundaries, understanding the dynamics of workplace relationships, and keeping your personal and work life separate are key to a healthy and productive work environment. You guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my thoughts. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.